Alrighty, traders, this is Blake Morrow. You are listening to the Daily Roundup. I hope everybody's having a great trading session. We've seen a bit of a reversal from, well, actually a couple key things. Now, do keep in mind that this is the, this is the Jackson Hole, Wyoming, symposium week. So, I was really concerned with the potential, and you probably heard it on the week ahead video, that we'd pop to new highs, hit the 161% extension, and then, get some traders stuck long up here. And that's why, if you remember from this weekend's video, it was, and I said, it's a trap, right? Be careful, it's a trap. Remember that? Anyway. Well, we hit the 161% extension in the S&P, and also the NASDAQ hit the 161% extension as well at 11,716, and we backed away from that. Now, does that mean that there's a trend reversal here? No. Does that mean that we took on some pretty big resistance levels and rejected it? Yes. So you've got to be aware of that as we head into later into this week. So one of the scary things is you saw this big bounce in the euro dollar, and the euro hit basically the 38% retracement and failed. But how many people were like, oh look, the euro is going to bounce, we're still still in a strong uptrend, so they went long. My opinion is the euro is actually underperforming, and my opinion is if things reverse and we see some dollar strength going into the end of the week, then we could really see the euro break down. Right at this moment in time, I think about all the stops that are trading below 117, all the stops that are below here, and I've got to imagine it's a lot. And should the euro break down, that will take us probably back to the 115 level, which will be the true test of the euro, in my opinion. Now, are we going down here? I don't know, and we won't have any good indication of that until the end of the week. But I think the setup is there, and that's good, right? Because the setup is there. Cable's also underperforming as well. We're trading below that 132, struggling up here. The Aussie and the Kiwi look okay, but the Aussie, when we start breaking through this channel support, that channel has been holding us for the last month. You can see all July, or not all July, since the end of July, excuse me, all of August, we've been just kind of channeling higher. It's been channeling higher on the on this channel, but we get below like 71.25, and things might take a little turn for the worse in the Aussie. Kiwi also continuing to trade heavy above the 65-cent level, but we are still above 65 cents. But I think the dollar is not looking too bad. And one of the other ones that obviously I'm very focused on is the US dollar Canadian. I think if you're long dollar CAD right now, you got to be a little careful as we hit new highs. Intraday, we're seeing a little bit, well, it's obviously very overbought here, so we might struggle on the US dollar Canadian, as we're at this key resistance. But I believe above 132.50 is going to be pretty huge. It's going to be pretty huge, because that'll take on channel resistance, and then this big channel resistance comes in at 132.70, and then that's a big breakout if we get above that. And that's what I'm thinking, kind of going into the end of the week, if the dollar actually does strengthen. One of the things that I do want to mention is the dollar yen. Now, I haven't talked a lot about the dollar yen in recent days, but does anybody know what's happening that could actually influence the yen right now? Does anybody know, if you're thinking about it? Gavin said yields. Now, some even a bigger deal. Abe is in the hospital, right? Shinzo Abe. Now, when you got Abe in the hospital, one of the reasons why the US dollar Japanese yen is where it's at is Abe's, three-pronged approach to the economy. I don't think anything it's all going to get unwound if Abe doesn't survive this, whatever he's dealing with, but it's obviously some health issues. But I think the risk is that the yen actually strengthens a little bit. So be on the lookout, and I'm not super confident about that. As you guys know, I'm short some New Zealand yen and I'm short some Aussie yen, but I'm confident in what I'm seeing here as far as like the Aussie yen, nice failure again above the 76 yen level. But what I'm really thinking is, okay, well, if Abe succumbs to whatever these health issues are, it's just kind of got to be on your radar, because the yen, which has been, for the most part, just weak and holding above the 10, let's just call it 104, 103 level for quite some time in the dollar yen, right? And it really we haven't been back down towards 100 since November. I mean, the fact of the matter, or November, I'm sorry, of 2016. The fact of the matter is, if Abe gets sick, or he's like I said, let's say his health issues get so dire that he's kind of out of the picture. I think that's actually yen positive. We might actually see the dollar yen dip down below 104 and stick. You know what I mean? So that's something I think that we just have to think about. Not necessarily, it's, he's sick, but until we get like real confirmation that, he's kind of out of the picture, hopefully it's, just that, just like he can't really lead anymore. If he's out of the picture, then what does the yen do? Because I think there's going to be a reaction. Okay, and I think it's yen positive is what I'm thinking here. So it's just something that I wanted to bring to you guys' attention today. It's not something that's moving the market at this moment, but it's something that could be on the radar. One last thing I wanted to bring up for you guys is gold. Gold is trading a little heavy today, and I am just really focused on 119. If 119 breaks, it's probably breaking for a reason, and you're going to see, realistically, you'll see the dollar strengthen. You might see the Aussie, try to test that 75 level. The euro might, make a run for 117, things like that. So just keep an eye on gold. This is all very, very important support right now. That is the breakout point, all-time high breakout point. Remember, that comes in at 1920. So, and we're basically above it right now, but we start dipping below this trend line here. So that would put us around 1900, 1890s. Things might get a little squirrely for gold. All right, I am done. So for those of you that are not ForexAnalytix subscribers and you're listening to this after the fact, make sure you try us out. It's only $1 for 10 days. And then download the mobile app while you're at it. And guys and gals, thank you guys for tuning in. For those of you listening in live, thank you for all your support all the time. And I will catch you tomorrow morning. All right, thanks.